Then the last 3 tries.
Bench
It's
was
when the champagne
The champagne open.
was popped.
the bench was good. Like
Yeah.
as much as we said the bomb squad didn't do anything in the first or the second test against Italy, they were exceptional. We'll see Erge Snyman with Go Gadget Arm come up. We see Lord de Jager. We see all of them fire up. Quagga.
Quagga's always good.
And again, I just like the options. You can see 100 pointing. But, sorry, what I wanted to show you, I'm just going to go back a little bit. Check this guy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Cleaning. Wide ruck. Okay? He's on the ground there.
Gets on his
putting in the
bike.
work. 1 phase. Okay, forwards does their bit. Check now, wide angle, 2 phases. Who pops up?
Yeah.
The same number 14.
Lovely pre-call.
Did he call?
eh?
Was that a pre-call?
Yeah,
was that
pre-call.
pre-planned? Is it? Or
I don't know
was
if
it
it's
on the
pre-call.
You reckon?
You
Well-
can see you can see him call it when he gets into that
Yes.
that near side.
Or Edwell calls it?
Yeah,
Or
Edwell
does he?
calls it.
Okay.
It wouldn't have been a set play.
Yeah.
So like obviously Faf won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
You know, because he's left
But
footer,
it's-
his back. So,
Yeah.
so Ed will actually, when you just go back to the ruck, you can actually see his mouth going.
Yeah.
So he obviously, they've got a phase call.
But that's what I love about it is that, yes, it's easy to say, there's space, he scores the tries, it's so easy. But you need the work rate to be there.
Yeah.
And fantastic work. Great execution by Faf as well. I thought Faf
How's
was
this
really
bit
good.
by the Viking, eh? Off we go.
Just keeps going. Boom.
The little chicken wing is lovely. And this was lovely by Grant.
Best skilled tight forward in world rugby.
No, it's incredible.
Must be.
Yeah, has to be. Has to be.
So brilliant try. I thought, okay, that's it. But no, they had another go. There we see the Viking.
Boom.
The support.
Grant, he
by
does
line.
so well here because they actually man on and he just waits for that late switch from Kirtley.
And I think the best try of the lot was the last one. So from
the
our,
kickoff, yeah.
This is a couple of phases in
Yeah.
already. We got the turnover, spreading it wide. Our paceman on the end, in the outside channel. Boom!
Go on, look at the acceleration.
Guys, we've got some wingers in our country at the moment.
Also, look at the work they see in the wide channels, getting that nice clean ball.
Vincenzo
Yeah.
Chenzo.
with a little try assist. What I like about it, like if we get in behind them, like we went through a phase where the ruck will be static
Yeah.
and it would look exactly the same off the back of that line break. The ruck will
so
have our
fluid.
pod. Now it's fluid. Kanan Moody gets it, moves the contact point. All of a sudden, everyone can just run straight on top of the ball and then you play rugby. You're in behind them. You've got your little soft shape that you work into before. But you'll see how quick this ruck is in Kanan's recognition that Sia's gone over the top of it. There we go. Ball's available.
Get that ball out into space, yeah.
Exactly.
And then it's just rugby, eh?
I thought Pollard was good also when he came on.
Yeah.
He had a good game when he came on. Him and Faf
Yeah.
sort of controlled things a bit. It looked a bit calm and more settled when they came on.
Faf was really good when he came on. For a
Yeah.
guy like he was in Siberia last year after the Irish Test matches.
We will now give you our verdict on the game. First, the guys are enjoying the bit of coke there. Actually, now that you are having them, our beer bock competition that Coke is doing.
France Malherbe.
Yeah, you scan the code. You can be a
Kenya,
bock
we're in
as
the
well.
front row here, but
Collect all the cans, the top 20 Springbok players currently with their names on the can, so nice collectible. And then you can also be a bock. Gents, our We Buy Moment of the Week. Who will we go for? It doesn't have to be an individual. It can be a try, a moment.
I like the Kenan Moody try. Grant Williams.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Mokia also, he got man of the match, the ability just to link there, that extra pass and the awareness. Not
off the back of Grant
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
scooting from the base.
Yeah, because he could just go to ground there.
Go to ground or- yeah.
Fussy cleans and
Yes.
whatever, but he actually makes the pass to Fussy. He makes another additional 5 meters and that. Yeah.
It's either that one or the last try.
Yeah.
We'll go with that one because we even got some reaction out of Rassie. Like, normally he's like quite, he just sits there.
Kenan Moody, the power, yeah.
Yeah, he got a little bit animated. So yeah, I love that one.
I don't mind that. Look, another option would be the Faf kick to Edwell.
Yeah.
Faf playing on his
pop
home
over the top.
ground. It's quite nice there, obviously coming from that.
No, we stick to the first one.
So
Okay,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
going to give us 72 options or.
No, we stick to the first one.
No, stick to the first one.
First one.
Decisions
It's a
made.
discussion. Gee,
Is it,
Kanan Moody
why are
try.
you shouting?
I'm not shouting.
Okay, Caden Moody try will be our We Buy moment of the week. Shimmy, can you please give us your verdict of this game? Out of 10, what will we give the Bok performance?
Look, the handling, a lot of individual areas, I thought.
Yeah.
What was 9 tries scored? Probably, I'd probably go a 7 out of 10. 6.5, 7 out of 10 for me. I thought if you look at the, I mean, obviously we were there and you could see the reaction of the Springbok players. There was a bit there where, almost upset, like, shucks, it's not the performance. I mean, chatting to Rassie before, he said, listen, we're not here to match these guys physically. We're here to hurt them and dominate. We only saw that towards the end. So I'd go 6.5, 7.
Yeah, I think like our intent was amazing in the start, and then we lost our way. And the reasons breakdown again. Like they kept us very occupied at the breakdown.
Apparently there was a rather hard conversation at halftime.
I can imagine.
But it's
individual errors that robs you of that energy and intent that you showed. And then again, like certain mechanical stuff that we take for granted, like the lineout wasn't perfect. So, yeah, like I would say, like energy was 8, skill execution was 6.5. So I'll probably come to where Shemi is, like at a 7. And then you look, by the end, we scored 56 points. You can't say it was a poor performance because, like that intensity and desire from the kickoff on the 80th minute to go score a try of the season. I mean, I absolutely love that about the Boks. You're not just kicking it out and you're happy with 46, you go score 50 points.
Yeah, it was always going to be one of those games. If Georgia ran us close, we're always going to win the test. It was going to be the performance that's going to, sort of decide, what comes out of this game. And you're right, Scala, what you're saying about the performance, there was a bit of unhappiness within the camp in terms of post-match. Like, we didn't really achieve our objective or what we wanted to do. So that's probably the one thing. We got the result. We're never not going to get the result. It's just the performance was going to be the most important thing.
What you judge on, And I suppose in terms of the whole series, Castle Lager incoming series, that was kind of the thread throughout.
Yeah.
That these two teams in these 3 test matches, they were competing at breakdown. They were making it tough for us at breakdown, and maybe sometimes towards the negative side of it. But it'll only stand us in good stead going into the Rugby Championship, being able to clean up that area, because if we get it right, and then the skill set that we've got in those outside channels, we'll be pretty good.
Yeah, the breakdown for me is quite a weird one, because it's almost like we're losing a race quite a couple of times.
It's a bit late.
We're a bit late towards a clean. I don't know whether, you've got RKS Neyman in front of you. What are you going to run a support line because you think he's going to offload? Next thing, they make a good tackle, they're over the ball. You think the guy's going to dominate contact and get the pass away. Where sometimes the natural instinct is to actually get there and clean. And if you're in a good position, he'll pop the ball to you, One or two times we lost.
When we were one pass ruck, we were so regimented in our structure that there was always cleaners. You always won that race. Now we're a bit more fluid. And you're getting those half breaks. And whenever you have that half break because of a nice tip or a good line or offload or someone scoots off the base of the ruck, that's where the jackal, you land at his feet. You sort of run through the first tackler, and that's where your reaction's got to be so much better. And you've got to stay, by staying on top of the ball, you've just basically, we all played momentum touch. Where you just stay on top of the ball. You're the first man there, you get the offload. That first man's target, one, has got to be way better. You've actually got to shift bodies, because so many times it becomes a wrestling match where you wrestling with these hips. You've got to target soft spots like arms, but you can only do that if you get there first. And I think the Boks have just been lacking. They've been too reactional to it.
But it's the balance between running into space as a support player and then making the decision, rather to go for the clean.
It's a very easy fix.
Thank you, Mr. Coach.
Thank you. Any more wisdom?
So we went with a Betway bet winner for a victory of 56 points for the Springboks to be in the money last week. We got it wrong.
We scored 50. How many?
We scored 55.
Scored 55. So one short, but they also scored 10.
So we had to win by 56 points.
We got to get Osterrand.
A couple of kicks. We got to get a couple of kicks, and we found.
I think we've got to get Osterrand in set every week. I think he's better at this than we are.
Well, the second bet that we had last week was the 42.5 winning margin handicap, which would have put us in the money. So we just need to make better decisions.
We're just not good at this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're not good at it. I mean.
Don't tell me.
I can get better. Yeah.
We can get better.
Okay, guys, the other game on the weekend. Before we get to that, Squad's going to be trimmed to 36.
Yeah.
Do we see big omissions, big names being omitted from that squad?
How many hookers are there in a squad of 36?
Look, there'll be Bongi,
2, 3. You've got to have
Malcolm,
3 as a
definitely.
specialist.
Well, there's three. There's three. Jan
Jan-Hendrik
Hendrik.
Wessels.
Jan
Yeah,
Hendrik.
so Jan Hendrik, depending on where they see him. Gerard Steenekamp.
Yeah, is he back yet?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
You know, I saw him not on the ball. He'll come back somewhere along the line. So it depends on that. Locks, I think we're pretty settled at the moment.
Plenty, yeah.
But also remember, Franco the versatility. Ruan's covered 7.
Yeah.
Franco's covered 7. Eben, the 4s, Achia, Luert.
So,
there's going to be a cut there.
Salman, Ruan.
Yeah, one of the. Someone's.
I think
losing
Kobus
out
moves to loose forward now. He moves out the lock mix into loose forward mix.
there. Yes.
Does that mean Vincent Chatuka misses out?
Oh, there's Evan Rus still.
Yeah.
Chituka, Evan Rus.
So that's
Van
always
Staden
where
still there,
the
Sia.
call comes, is at the loose forward. Because like someone gets picked to do both. You know, Pete Steph can easily cover lock if he has to.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true,
Like,
yeah.
So I think a specialist flanker will lose its position. And then up front, I think, maybe the front row of the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah.
You just don't see it because you got Thomas,
Yes.
one of the incumbents.
Born Venter,
I think
Marnus.
Juan Venter probably misses out
Yeah.
because of the versatility of Jan-Hendrik Wessels. And then if you've got Ox and you've got Thomas who goes both sides. I think Neetling probably still makes it because of his being a specialist tight head,
Yeah.
along with Wilco
And Thomas.
and Thomas.
And between the scrum offs, someone misses out there.
See,
Grant is definitely in.
So you got Grant, you got Mornay,
Mornay, you got Faf, you got Quibus. It's a
So like,
Hey, look,
remember
we took 4 to the World Cup.
4 to the World Cup, and we got to the final. We picked 1. So
I think Edwell makes it this time.
yeah, I would hate to see him not make it.
Yeah, to be.
You know?
Geez, the guys played well. I mean, Edwell.
But it also depends. What split do they
what
go
the split? Yeah, I mean,
for? Is
Look,
it
Jesse
20,
Damien
60?
definitely will make it.
does a fullback miss out? So if you go Willie Apelele-Fassi,
I think a fullback misses out.
Damien Willems,
But Sasha can cover fullback.
Sasha
also.
can cover fullback. So
They
then
played him there.
Willemson can cover flower, centre, and fullback.
Fassi
because
goes
you
9.
got to feel. I think that Marnie for certain games is our 10, like as our best attacking 10.
Yeah.
Then you've got Andre Pollard and you've got Sasha. So then a fullback or outside back misses out then.
Yeah.
No, because if you go back to the front end, specialists, it's tight edge. Wilco,
Talking about the
Neetling,
fullbacks, yes, let's.
Tlabakanya is still there. So obviously Neetling, Tlabakanya is still there. So one of the tight heads falls out. Jan Hendrik Wessels, he's other versatile, so you can use him.
He's
at hook.
definitely in.
Yeah, but then you can have a hook. Then a hooker could fall out,
Yeah. So then
which will be Marnus.
Marnus.
Yeah, Marnus would
falls
fall
out.
out, for example. Loose head, Ox is definitely there. Jan Hendrik could be there. That's it. So that's the front row,
Why are we
basically.
talking about tight forwards again?
Because you guys are going backline. No, that's like they're saying, no, we took a...
Where the most people miss out when it comes like to a squad
Loose
selection
forwards.
is locks and loose forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, by the time we go live, I think the squad would have been announced already, so we might just get it totally wrong.
Yeah.
No?
We normally do.
We do. Who knows what's going on?
And you guys, John, in your opinion, what was the best Springbok performance, the last 3?
That's a good question.
I would say
Second
Gqeberha,
test?
second test.
Yeah.
I also think the second
14
test.
men,
Yeah.
45-0.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Second test.
Think back. Second test.
yeah, big time.
Yeah, they won, then the Georgia, and then Italy first test match.
Yeah.
It was a nice little wake-up call.
Good against the Barbarians.
Yeah.
Talking about wake-up calls, the ABs versus France, third test match in Hamilton. They won it, the series 3-0 eventually, but under a bit of pressure at some stage. Behind at half-time.
I'll tell you one thing with New Zealand. I've never seen a team get held up over the line and so many disallowed tries in a series ever. You think about it the first test? It was 3 when they kept going back to the team. Then they got it right the second test. This test, they got over the line, I think I think close to 5 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, held up.
Goal line dropout.
Yeah.
That turns around, then it's a completely different series.
Like in that first half, just too many errors in their own half, not having the ability to exit. Like they made some changes, DMAC was playing, but like Sevilla carries it off the 5 meters, tries a chip kick. through to Will Jordan. It's not on. You know, you're not playing rugby in your own half. So I think for them, it's still that balance of, you know, they come up against the Boks, who will play a bit of a territory game against and put them under pressure. Can they exit 20 times?
Yeah.
Yes or no? I think that, because you want to have, with Razor, you want to have his style and, you know, that ambition. He wants to free the players up, but then you also got to play to a certain structure to exit. How do you exit? You know, how does your kicking game fit into part of your transition rugby? And I think, like, for me in that first half, they just were poor at exiting, which gave France, like some of those French players fronted up. Like he plays Loc-Filion Gouliard, I think his name is, played eightsman. What are you, 25 carries? Straight through the guts, like big beast of the man. Loved seeing that.
What we do know, the All Blacks versus South Africa in New Zealand in over a month's time will be a totally different game.
Yeah.
That is going to be huge. I think they've been able to blood some youngsters and create some depth within their squad, but that's going to be a tough one for the Boks. The strategy will be different, and certainly also when the Boks face the Frenchies in November,
it's going to be a different French team.
Well, it's a different side we're playing against.
It's going to be huge.
The All Blacks have tried to supersize their pack. Tupa, Vayat, blindside flanker. Holland's coming in. Every line-out ball goes to Holland.
To Pelotu, he was good again.
Yeah, so they've got depth. I mean, Tamadi Williams comes back at Lucette Prop de Groot.
Tokiao got a start this weekend.
Yeah, Fletcher, Taro Lomax, Takiaho. So they've got, I think, a solid tight five. And Scala's right. The French had them with that long kicking game in the first test.
Yes.
You force them to run out of trouble. Whether the kicking game is good enough is a different. David Avili, funny enough, for the Crusaders, when they won Cherry, he was almost like a second, because he's covered fly-off. He'd help the young fly-off and kick, and every time they'd win the territory game. But against a Springbok team, if you're going to give the Boks line-out after line-out and let them come for you with the attack we've got and the options and the power we've got, I think they'll be in trouble. They need to sort out their kicking.
Guys, that's it.
Thank you very much, Sean.
So well done, John. Good series. Good beginning of the year.
We've got a small little break coming up.
We've got a bit of a break, so you can catch us again on the verdict after the first test match between South Africa and Australia in Joburg. So that will be the 19th of August, I think. We will be live with the verdict again. Box Unpacked also you can catch again before that test match. We might sneak in another episode before that, but for now...
Special guest.
Yeah, very special guest. But for now, we're going to be on a bit of a break. Thanks for joining us. If you are watching digitally, please do subscribe to our channel for all the content that we will be sharing. And if you are watching on SuperSport, you can obviously watch all the test matches live on your channel of champions. And for 30 years, SuperSport has been bringing the champions to you. These champs need to leave now. Goodbye.
Thanks, Johnny Cohen.